How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I just saw some rumors that are pretty incredible. The fact is there have been rumors about this for months, and this could be one of the biggest catalysts, one of the biggest moments to mess up in Bitcoin history. This could be something that a lot of people have only dreamed of, but it might be closer than people expect. 0% tax on Bitcoin, 0% capital gains. Now, this isn't the sexiest topic, but this could send Bitcoin's price skyrocketing. Let's talk about this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, if you want to trade crypto, there are links underneath the video to WEEX, BTCC, Blofin, CoinW, Hotcoin, BITUNIX. These are great places to trade, and you can start trading without KYC, and you don't need a VPN. Now, I continue to see rumors about strategic reserve, right? That's coming, and I think that's pretty likely. But something that's really caught my attention recently, and what's really got my mind going, are the rumors of 0% capital gains tax on Bitcoin. And I think a lot of people haven't spent much time considering what this would mean and why this would even happen, and whether this is credible or not. Now, like I said, this isn't the sexiest topic, right? People just want number go up. They don't really consider taxes a lot, right? And you can tell that because there are people that trade all year long that don't pay attention to what they're trading, when they're trading, how they're trading, the tax implications of the trading. But this is a huge deal. The taxes are a huge problem for a lot of people. Right? When you think about short-term capital gains among the richest people in the world, they're paying 35, 40, 50% on their gains, depending on where they live. Now, like I said, there are rumors that there may be zero capital gains on Bitcoin. And first of all, why would this even happen? Second of all, what would be the implications of this? And why would it bring in so much more capital? Well, why the government would do this is because they're trying to accumulate more Bitcoin. This actually makes a lot of sense, right? If you want the ability to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, let's say you want to be able to buy hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin a year without pushing up the price too much, right? Assuming that you're going to continue to accumulate for years and years, you don't want the price to necessarily go up to $400,000, $500,000 the first year that you're buying. Now, maybe Trump wants that by the end of his term because he wants to show that Bitcoin went up a lot. They've been able to make a lot of money. But if you're thinking that you want to accumulate for 4 years, do you really want the price to skyrocket up right when you start buying it? Not really. So you want to accumulate for a little while without forcing up the price. Now, how do you do that? Because there's only a few million Bitcoin on exchanges. After people hear that the country's buying Bitcoin, right? That a country, one of the top countries in the world, is buying Bitcoin, it's going to be really hard to get your hands on it. However, if you have tax incentives to sell your Bitcoin, maybe there's going to be more liquidity. And now what would that look like? Well, it'd be 0% capital gains, right? That would get people to buy and sell much more freely. People that have had Bitcoin for years would consider selling it because maybe they want to diversify, and this would be a great time to sell without having to pay that 15% long-term capital gains, or 25% or 40%. So it would increase liquidity greatly. They could work with some of the exchanges to soak up some of that liquidity as well. Now, it would also bring in more demand because you would see people that want to invest in it because they realize, hey, maybe we don't have to pay tax on it. Maybe it'll go up 100%, 200%, and it will force more buyers in, but it will also force some people that want to take profits out, right? Maybe they announce a strategic reserve, the price goes up to $200,000, $300,000. There are people that are sitting on millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's just like grown to be an outsized part of their portfolio. So they're a little bit antsy to take profits. They sell because they have 0% capital gains. Now, is this going to happen? I don't know. I don't want to bet on it, but it is a really interesting thought experiment. It would make sense in a way that they would want to increase liquidity Also, this could bring in a lot of capital as time goes on, because people realize that this is maybe the most tax efficient way to invest, right? With stocks, when you get paid dividends, you have to pay long-term capital gains on those dividends. With normal stocks, maybe like Berkshire Hathaway, where they don't pay dividends, or Amazon, you invest and then you don't have to worry about taxes until you sell, and then you pay on the gains. But on Bitcoin, you can invest and never really have to pay taxes. So you have the most powerful, quickest growing asset in the world, and you don't have to pay any capital gains. That would attract a lot of capital. I mean, right now, I think one of the reasons that people love real estate is there are really good tax incentives, right? If you buy $1 million property, you can write off $40,000 a year in income, give or take a little bit. But that's generally one of the reasons that so many people like property, along with being able to leverage up. But Bitcoin already performs better than the S&P 500, performs better than real estate. Of course, it is still hard for some people to understand it and appreciate it. But once they go down the rabbit hole, because they see that there are great tax advantages of holding Bitcoin and that you don't have to pay taxes on your Bitcoin, maybe it attracts some capital. So you're going to have people that come in, you're going to have people that take profits as well. There's going to be a massive shakeup, I think, from people that have held Bitcoin to people that have waited to buy Bitcoin. And that would be a lot of liquidity coming into the system. Now, I think we have, 80 days left where we have to wait to see if we get a strategic Bitcoin reserve. It's supposed to be, the first 100 days, I think, Trump's in office. And I guess, today is 1 month in. So 70 days left, 2 months, not too long to wait. But when that announcement occurs, right, when we see that happening, we will see the price of Bitcoin most likely jump pretty heavily, assuming the US is accumulating Bitcoin. 2 months. Bitcoin's starting to move up right now, 98.4, 98.2. Don't be surprised if we see some short liquidations as well. I'm guessing we're already seeing that. But yeah, don't be surprised if we see some pretty quick moves up. I know when we go down or stay sideways for a while, people think that they have forever to be able to accumulate Bitcoin, but they don't. And I said this in a tweet just a few days ago, like, bears will get wrecked when we move up in price. So far, we're starting to inch up. I think it's starting to scare some people. We just hit a slightly higher high on Bitcoin from the last week or so. So yeah, be ready. $100,000 Bitcoin in sight. If you want to trade, like I said, there are links underneath the video to the different exchanges. You can check those out. I really do appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Is this something that could happen? And to be clear, this is something that's happening. I mean, look at Dubai. They've lowered taxes. Now, I believe they're actually starting to raise them slightly, but they lowered taxes to attract capital. Hong Kong does the same thing. So it's not crazy to think that this will happen. There are various times in history where this has happened. So if you think I'm crazy, maybe do a little bit of research first, because this kind of thing does happen. Now, maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe it doesn't happen. The US government does like their tax revenue. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.